Also, we don't run the website where the registration forms are. We are working with the company Archer that does run the website. So if you have technical issues, there are some things that we can assist you with, but if it's a true technical issue with the website, then often we're going to direct you to Archer. So we wanted to provide you with this number, 1-800-493-1754. They should be able to assist you. They have their own helpline, they have their own customer service. But if you don't get resolution from them, then you contact us. We're always here. We have direct link to them. We can call them. We can get assistance for you. We want to make it as easy as possible. Remember, if it's technical help, call Archer first. If you don't get resolution, call us, 866-536-0717.
Thank you, Leslie. Again, if you have a question, please post it in the Q&A box in the Zoom feature, and one of our attorneys will be answering that live, and we will post all the questions and answers next week on the website. Finally, I'd like to kick it back to my colleague, Trishelle Young, who will cover the post-registration period as part of the settlement.
Thank you, David. And before I talk about the post-registration period, I just want to go back and let everyone know that the Flint office that's located at 1188 Robert T. Longway, we are practicing extremely safe COVID precautions. So everyone that comes is screened and they have to fill out a COVID questionnaire. The temperatures are taken, masks are required. We have gloves, we have sanitizer. We sanitize in between every person that comes in the office, from the desk to the chairs. If they use our computers to register, we wipe off the computers. So I want everybody to know, if you do come to our office, you are coming to a very safe, COVID compliant office right here in the city of Flint. So with that being said, now we get to move to the post-registration period. So you've heard the infamous date that we're all talking about today. The end of the registration cutoff is March 29th. The claim form period starts from March 30th to August 26th. So at this point, you've already submitted your registration. Now you are in it to win it, and we get down to the nitty gritty. All right, so notices of approval of your registration will be sent in April of this year. And approved registrants, that means if you are approved when you register, you will automatically receive a claim form so that you can start to process your claim, which we will help you with. So what to do now? In preparation of making a claim, we need you to start gathering your records. A lot of people, it's just taking longer now because of the COVID restrictions, and you can't walk into places, and you're having to do a lot of things with online and sending different forms in. Start putting in your requests for your medical records. Start putting in your requests for your water test results and any other documentation that you're going to need that's going to help us fit you in a particular category on the grid. To figure out what documents you need, if you need any guidance, you can always refer to our website at flintwaterjustice.com. We have a claims page, and we can tell you what documents that we will be looking for when we get ready to assist you in processing your claim. But for now, hold on to those documents. You do not need them right now to register. So make sure you register whether you have them or not. We will get them later.
Thank you, Trishelle. And before we close out the town hall this evening, I'd like to ask if Michael or Ted have any closing remarks they would like to make.
Yeah, so thank you, David, and thank you, Trishelle and Leslie. A couple questions have come up. I've talked to many folks over the last 2 weeks myself, and some of the questions that have been posed to me is I'm concerned about sharing my Social Security number, and these are legitimate concerns. We all know that there is identity theft out there, but the systems that we have are secure. The systems that we use are encrypted, The information goes over the internet in an encrypted fashion. Archer is a qualified provider of these services. They have assured us that they have security systems to protect your personal information. And I would not hesitate myself to share my social security number with Archer as part of this claims process. Hopefully that, that you will be comfortable with doing that. If not, if you're not comfortable, we certainly will work with you to make other arrangements. I also hear from people that they have 3 or 4 family members, and the packet of material that they receive in the mail only has 1 registration form. As Leslie pointed out, a separate registration form is required for every member of your family who wants to make a claim or to register. If you need extra forms, come to the office. We have a stack of them, and we will provide you with whatever you need in order to make sure you get your registration in a timely way. And we've heard concerns about the amount of information that's in the packets that were received. I think there are some 71 pages in there. There's a lot of information that you will need later on in the claims process, but I really want you all to focus on the registration form. That is the first step, because if you don't follow through on the first step on time, the rest of the material in that packet will not make any difference. So when you open up that packet, the thing to look for is the registration form. Finally, I heard from many people that they're not Flint residents, and they want to know whether they qualify to participate in the compensation plan. And absolutely, yes, they do. On the registration form, there are 4 categories. The 3rd category is that you were exposed to water from the water treatment plant for at least 21 days during any 30-day period. And that would mean if you worked outside of Flint and you had a job inside of Flint and you drank the water as part of your daily activity on your job, but you didn't live in Flint, you are very qualified to file a registration form. If you have a child and the child was sent to their grandparents' home in Flint, and the child drank water while at the grandparents' home in Flint, even though they didn't live in Flint, they are qualified to participate in the settlement program. So please keep that in mind, that it's drinking the water in Flint, which will qualify you to participate, and you don't need to be an actual resident. That's all I have. Ted, anything else?
Ted, you're muted right now.
Oh.
I think we have everything. We've covered everything. Trichelle's done a great job explaining everything. So I think we're good to go. I want to emphasize again, register, register, register. It's the most important thing that we can do. Also, a couple of questions, I think I should raise this issue because it's come up with a lot of questions on bone scanning. You don't need to have a bone scan to recover a recovery. It is just one of many factors that would be considered. But just because someone doesn't get a bone scan doesn't mean they're not going to be able to obtain a recovery in the settlement. It could potentially, depending on what the results were, provide a little bit more compensation than others, but it's not the end all to be all. Just because you don't have one doesn't mean you're not going to get a just recovery. So just please keep that in mind.
Great. Thank you, Michael and Ted, and the rest of our panelists this evening. For all of our attendees, we are hosting another town hall next Thursday evening, March the 4th at 6 p.m. The link to register will be up on the flintwaterjustice.com website shortly. We will be replicating this every Thursday through the month of March, right up until March 29th, because we want to make sure that every resident who has a claim to make can get registered to be part of the settlement. And as Trishelle Young mentioned, if you don't register, you're out of luck. So please get involved, call the phone number, send an email, stop by the office, do what you need to get registered, and then we'll help you through the claim process itself. So with that, we're going to close out the town hall this evening and thank everybody for participating. The video will be available on the website at flintwaterjustice.com early next week, along with all the Q&A that has been collected so far. So on behalf of the team this evening, thank you very much for participating, and we'll see you all next Thursday evening at 6 p.m.